everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan if you're new here, and it is that time of the month when it is time to start planning out a month's worth of meals. I do month-long grocery shopping, and so in order to do that you have to plan out an entire month's worth of meals before you go shopping. So I like this process. I know a lot of people don't like this process. I find it relaxing. I love looking through my cookbooks. I love scrolling Pinterest for ideas. I love trying new things, and then I always make sure to keep some like family favorites in there to keep the kids happy. So we're gonna do September, and the name of the game for September for me is going to be super simple and easy meals. So my freezers are still, we have all that cow in the freezer. So I am kind of limited to how much freezer space I have, and I really need to eat up some stuff that we have in the freezer. So, somebody is interrupting. We are also embarking on homeschooling. Now, I homeschooled the kids when they were young, but I have never homeschooled 8th grade, 6th grade, and 4th grade. So this is a new adventure for us. It is going to take longer, obviously, than like kindergarten, 1st grade, and 2nd grade take. And so for the month of September, while we're getting into the swing of things, I really want easy meals. So I'm not going to be trying anything new or elaborate. It's just going to be a lot of really simple stuff, probably that we already all like and can be made really quickly. So I'm not spending a ton of time in the kitchen because a lot of my time is going to be taken up with schoolwork and the kids. And then I would still like to have some personal time, and then I still run my Plexus business on top of that. So I am going to give myself the gift of easy meals. All right, this intro's already been way too long, but a little bit about my process is let me flip you around and show you my planner, and I'll kind of talk about my process a little bit. All right, here's my meal planner that you have seen many times. I'm actually on my last month of September. I haven't decided if I'm gonna order a new one or not. If I do, I think I'm just gonna get a notebook because I don't really use the actual calendar part. This is not where I necessarily keep, it's not where I keep my meals written down. I keep them in my other planner. So the only part I really use is like this lined section, and Erin Condren does have just notebooks without the months, which are cheaper. So anyway, at the beginning of the month, I set up the next month. So I have a pantry inventory, a freezer inventory. Here's where I will write down all the meals that we were having. And then I do this at the beginning of the month so that I can, as I run out of stuff, I can keep a running grocery list. And this is completely, I have about a week left in the month before I go shopping. And these are the things that I already know that we're gonna need. Now I will just search through my easy recipes. I'll probably start with Pinterest and get some ideas. And as I write the meals down, I check out the recipe and I write down any ingredients that I might not have. And I can sit here and do it because I have a pantry and freezer inventory that is pretty up to date. I keep it pretty up to date. So I have those and do not need to, actually it's this one. Don't need to go check the pantry because I have it all written down here. All right, making progress. I'll probably finish this tomorrow because we're headed off to small group now. But definitely made some progress. And then as I have been doing the meals, I've been writing down the ingredients that I need on my grocery list. All right, it's the next day. I have gotten it, wait, it's like 2 days later. I have gotten my menu plan all set. I'm gonna share with you the recipes that I chose. Like I said before, I did choose all super easy or like dump and go crock pot or few Instapot recipes. And I will have everything that I can link. There are a lot of linkable ones this time. I found a lot on Pinterest. But everything that I can link, I will link in the description box so that you can try them out for yourself if you want to. So let me flip you around and I will share with you what we are having. All right. Good Grub. I have shared this one so many times. Just a family favorite and like the simplest meal that you could possibly share. This is from the newest cookbook, The Trim Healthy Table, from Trim Healthy Mama. Slow cooker taco dip. We had that this month and it was good. Everyone liked it. Not super healthy, but it is kind of a fun, like, snacky dinner. Gonna do another pot roast because I have pot roast, and that was very delicious. Plus, I have a half of a jar of the pepperoncini peppers to use up, so that'll be perfect. Pork chops, just plain old ground beef tacos, cracked chicken, that's another family favorite. Beef stroganoff, super simple. Mugu gyapan, that's just a like type of Chinese food, but it's basically stir fry. Super quick, super easy. Chili mac is also a family favorite. Hot dogs, I just have some hot dogs in the freezer left over from camping that I would like to use up. And then I just make myself notes so that I remember. Like, we do have a little bit of hot dog chili in the freezer, and if I don't write that down, I won't remember to take that out and use it for the hot dogs. Plain old spaghetti. I do still have a lot of canned venison left from last fall, and when I make it like a beef vegetable soup, no one can tell that it's any different from beef. So that's a good one. Tortellini Primavera, another family favorite. We really enjoy that. Pork tacos, I haven't made this one in a long time, but it is definitely a favorite, and it's really, really simple, but the flavor is just really, really good. Really only one of my kids complains about that one, which there's always one, but you know. We are also doing taco soup. That one I will type out in the description box. I've shared it before, but that one is definitely good if you have not tried that one. Green chili enchiladas. This one was actually Journey's suggestion, so we're gonna go with that. And I do have some cooked, I guess it's technically the cooked Cornish hens, if you followed my Cornish hens saga. I did eventually get all those cooked up, made into broth, and then I froze. So like if you thaw out meat, cook it, you can refreeze the cooked meat. So I have a bunch of shredded chicken that I can use for that recipe, which to have that kind of stuff in the freezer is so helpful when you're wanting quick dinners, to have like the meat already cooked and frozen and you just dump it in. It is like one of my favorite tips. We're gonna try, this was also Journey's suggestion. She was looking on my Crock-Pot Pinterest board and saw this one. It looks really good. Crock-Pot French dip sandwiches. And I have all that beef in the freezer, so it just looked really interesting, super easy. It's like, gosh, I think it's even just like 1 can of beef consomme and 2 cans of French onion soup, and you dump it all in the crock pot and let it go. I mean, you don't get much easier than that. Chicken tacos, super easy. Beef pot pie. Oh, that reminds me. I did not write down, because I'm keeping it super simple. Here's my pen. I did not write down the pie crust, so I will do that right now. I am fully capable of making my own pie crust for this beef pot pie, and we prefer it that way, but when I'm trying to keep it simple, I am totally fine buying the refrigerated pie crust. And I actually have some leftover pot roast from this month that I put in the freezer. That's not quite enough to do like a whole dinner with, but if I do it as a pot pie with broth and potatoes and peas and carrots and stuff, that'll be a perfectly good dinner for not very much effort. Green enchilada soup, that is a new one I'm trying as well. Instapot sesame chicken. I basically have everything except I will need the vegetables to go in it. So that just looked really good. That's a new one we haven't tried. 1 pot spicy Thai noodles. Again, the whole easy theme. It's all in 1 pot. Pork chop sheet pan dinner. This is one of the easiest way to cook stuff. All together on 1 sheet pan in the oven, done. Everyone generally likes it because if they don't like a certain thing, they have to try a bite and they can pass on the rest, whatever. Cream cheese egg bake. I'm gonna do like eggs and broccoli. Maybe add meat, maybe keep that one meatless. We shall see. Meatloaf, as long as I remember to take out the meat and thaw it, meatloaf is super, super easy and quick to whip together and stick in the oven. And then chicken spaghetti. This is honestly probably the most complicated, and it's not even complicated, but just the most steps is probably this one. That is from the first Magnolia cookbook. It's very delicious. We've had it many times. I've served it to company, and my kids prefer like an Alfredo or like a cheesy sauce versus red sauce, which I think they're crazy because red sauce is delicious. But I still have a little bit of work to do filling in this, but for the most part, it's done. I generally always have something that I can make for a dessert, and we don't have dessert all the time, but I do like to bring dessert, like if we're going to somebody's house for dinner or something. And then my lunch ideas, I tried to really beef these up because we are homeschooling, and so the kids will be home for lunch. And so I can actually go back to how I used to do it, which is cooking lunch, heating up lunch, versus having to have all the little snacky stuff for them to pack their lunches. So I'm hoping my grocery budget reflects that and I save a little money. But they are also home all day long eating, so probably not. I probably won't see any savings. But here's how my grocery list is looking. The only thing that I have left to do in order to be ready for month-long grocery shopping is to just go through my pantry and my fridge and just make sure all of the staples are good. Because when you go through something like this, you're not necessarily checking to see whether you have flour, sugar, coffee, which I don't actually think I have written coffee down yet. So let's go ahead and write that down because I know I will be out of coffee by then. And then I will also check all of my paper products, and then I will go through and check all of our toiletries as well. And then that should be a very comprehensive list of things that we need. There will probably be, by the time I go shopping, there will probably be some school supplies added to my Walmart pickup order, which hopefully works out. And then I haven't been able to get to Trader Joe's in probably like 6 months. Ours is still super busy and only letting in a few people, so I refuse to wait in line. So I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. So I hope you enjoyed our meal plan. I hope it gives you some ideas for your own meal plan. I share this because I really like to see what other people eat. It gives me lots of good ideas, and so that is my heart behind sharing this, is that it will inspire you to meal plan. It just makes everything smoother. It takes a lot of stress out of every day. And I know when you first start meal planning, it can be really hard to think of meals. So that's why I share, because I hope that it helps you and that you will make some of these recipes and love them with your own families. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!